Hello, my traumatized babies and mentally ill Barbies. I did not think I was going to do a read today, but I was just lying there. It's like, should I do a read? And I got a very, very resounding yes. So I'm just going to do a single deck read. We're not going to do any oracles. And I'm going to try and keep it to a single deck, but if we end up needing a clarifying deck along the way, I will go get it. And I did not get any sort of channeled messages while I was on the couch, and I'm not really, okay, not really getting any now. But I wanted to say, I know this is not a celebrity readings channel. We don't do celebrity tarot tea, and we never will. However, I would just like to point out that I had been getting those divorce, someone's leaving their current partner for another party, like a Queen of Wands, for a while now. And I just want to say, it was before the Ariana Grande thing. So it's in the air, even if it's not happening directly to y'all. And I even said in one of them, being bored isn't a reason to end a marriage. And I was thinking to go break up with your boyfriend, I'm bored. Oh dear, that's not gonna end well. Likely for anyone except the wife in this situation. She'll probably do okay. Okay, what's under the deck? We have the World. So let's see. I feel like it's so cheesy saying we have the completion of a cycle. So let me just look at this for a minute. But sometimes the most obvious thing is the correct thing. I just get the sense that y'all are feeling really triumphant. You might have been just stuck in some situations, and I'm not getting anything specific at the moment. It's kind of like an across the board thing. It's just likely for a while you were really, really dissatisfied with some aspect of your life. It might have been a marriage, it might have been relationships, it might have been your friends, it might have been work, or even your own physical and mental health. But that period is at the close, and one of the cards that popped up for our main character, our player character, usually this is the collective. Sometimes it's not though. Sometimes this will be somebody that is in your energy. And I see this Four of Swords, and it's sort of at the moment I'm kind of getting you're about to get up out of bed. And I don't mean that literally. I just mean that if that kind of coming out of being stuck in a particular situation makes sense to you, then it's almost like you're still kind of in maybe a stationary position, but you're getting ready to get up. Yeah, look at that with the Star. So that's perfect healing energy. The Star was overlaid on top of that Four of Swords. So it's this process, whatever hardships that you went through, because this Three of Swords above our Knight is from the Three of Swords going through the heart. So whatever this was, it doesn't have to be romantic hardship. Whatever this was, it was a struggle. It was probably painful. And for a while, you've been having to process it, figure out this sword that is sort of on the side or beneath the bed. It's sort of what can we take from this? All of this now. What lessons did we learn? What positives came out of this more painful process? And it's now we've reached that, and we're stepping out of that more sedentary, inactive position and into active recovery. So let's see what's in the spread. We have the Queen of Swords. We have the Ace of Wands. We have the Knight of Swords. So right now what I'm getting is that like Four of Swords, the Star, like these are all colors, and the suit, the Four of Swords, reflecting this Queen of Swords as well as this Knight of Swords. And what I'm getting is, here's the energy of the healing, and now it's sort of like I've got, like, our knight has now going from, we're reaching for the sword, now I have the sword. I've learned it, I've got what I needed to get out of this situation, and now I'm ready for something new. My energy is reinvigorated, and I am ready to take very direct action with this new information that I have, this new wisdom, this new life lesson. So yes, we have the Ten of Cups beneath the Queen of Swords, just moving into just a completely better environment for yourself. And right now I'm just going to say internal, unless I pull another card on that and it says otherwise. It just seems like your internal world is just a lot happier maybe than it used to be. And this could of course be reflected in your external, but what I'm getting right now with this Two of Wands is it's sort of like you may feel this Ten of Cups inside, but within your actual world, it's sort of like you're figuring out, like, what do I need to do and where do I need to go to invest this energy to achieve this with others, perhaps. And then our last card, there's the Ace of Swords. That's kind of a repeat, because I said, like, now we have the Queen of Swords and the Knight of Swords. It's her knight that has this. They're both holding what? The Ace of Swords. The Truth, Excalibur, however you want to think or look at that. Think about or look at that. So we'll go around. Right now, I'm just, seems like a pretty okay place to be. We'll see if we can get any more energy kind of maybe going ahead, or some other things coming your way, or what it is that you're going to do, maybe more specifically. So we'll do the Queen of Swords first. Oh, the Ten of Swords. So we have the Queen of Swords, like the Ten of Swords is right above the Ten of Cups, and it's just sort of like, whatever that was, whatever, like this was like an extreme hardship. Whatever it was, it's almost like, you know, it might have gotten you down for a minute, but it can't get you down forever. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, this, whatever this was rough, okay? Because it's like, I've got y'all with this Ten of Swords. Under the deck, we have the Seven of Wands. Maybe you having to defend yourself, or like being asked to do a whole bunch of things, or just unreasonable people in your life that you ended up leaving that situation, but not without, here's this Five of Wands, conflict, both like, that could be external conflict, but it's just like this Five of Swords, whatever this was, like sometimes the Five of Wands is sort of like, this may be conflict, but it's not too bad. Coupled with the Five of Swords, that's nasty. Whatever it is, like you had to endure something nasty, and it got you into this Nine of Wands energy. Like you got through it, but no, it wasn't easy. Getting through the Ten of Swords is never easy, but now we've healed, we've learned, we're at the Fool. It all comes back to zero, and you're going fast ahead into likely a much better future. So let's see this Ace of Wands. And it's likely that, like, my only caution with that Ten of Wands is that the Queen of Swords is very canny and intelligent, but she can be like very ruthless and cold. And in learning these lessons, it's like, try, like, obviously you're gonna remember whatever this was, but try not to hang on to it moving forward, because we have a lot of Swords energy here, and it might be a tendency to be a little bit ruthless with people, maybe a little bit too short, maybe a little bit too quick to sort of be like, oh, I think I see like a red flag from someone, I'm cutting that person just out entirely. I got a yes on that. So just because, yeah, okay. Like I knew these cards were going to come out. This Ace of Wands, like this Five of Swords and this Ten of Swords. It's like, yeah, it happened, but it could not diminish you. Like you're going to fight back against this. Likely you did at the time, and you will going forward. Oh, this is interesting. I want to get the third card out before I do slightly different interpretation on this. Because I'm asking, like, do I need to read this differently? Like, am I bypassing something? Or like, no, you got it. Okay. Okay, yeah. Coming out as the King of Pentacles. Yep, with this Three of Swords at the bottom with the Hanged Man. So just knowing what is not for you, right? Definitely not that Three of Swords. But also what I want to say is about this layer that we have on top. I think what this experience might have taught you, I would say, yeah, be careful about who you're doing this to, but this is almost sort of like in grasping this truth and learning this lesson, that's almost what it is that like sends the energetic rebound onto the people who perhaps treated you this way. It's like in grasping that sort of truth, you sent all those other swords back to them, and now they're getting hit. These people, like, this is like, I have the magic now. I'm sending the energy back. You can go ahead and have this yourself. And I don't think this is you going out of your way to be nasty to anyone. I think this is all very much an internal process. But what you might not be seeing is what is happening to these other people. Because this is getting very much like, when people do this, you're usually not the first and you're usually not the last either. And it's sort of like, it's catching up to people. And it's not personal, because I'm saying this like you doing this has like caused this energetic rebound, and that might be the case, but I mean, we can't prove that, right? I would just say that things tend to catch up to people. Like even the incredibly wealthy, stuff catches up to them. The reason why it's just not as severe as when it happens to a regular person is because they have the funds to kind of get around the harshest of the consequences that they would face, but they are not going to get out of it entirely. So I would say it's likely, like, there are people in your life that likely you no longer talk to who have been getting a taste of their own medicine just based on the patterns of behavior they haven't gotten out of when they've been dealing with other people. And I'm just seeing, like, in this Knight of Swords, you going forward and achieving whatever material status that you really want to achieve for yourself. Like, it's sitting pretty energy. Like, I just went through all of my crap. Now it's kind of like how the turntables. Now I'm at the top. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw the Wheel of Fortune. Now I'm at the top and y'all are going to the bottom, hopefully to learn their own lesson, and they can grasp that sort of truth and change for the better. We're clarifying the Ten of Cups. Yeah, the Ten of Cups is the Fool. Your energy is really good, and it's likely you're very free to do a lot of whatever you so choose to do, because I don't see y'all as being unfettered. I saw the Four of Coins underneath the deck, and it might be that, like, when I'm saying financial issue, I don't think y'all are like strapped or anything, but it's sort of like you need to be judicious about where you're going and what you're doing, in the sense that, like, you're likely like on some kind of budget, right? So anything that you can afford currently, and it's likely you're trying to make good or better choices for yourself. Oh. Yeah, see, like here, our Chariot came out. You're going, like, it's likely you might be making a decision now about what you're doing. But once you make it, you're going to be full steam ahead. And I'm going to pull again on the, like, well, we'll just go around again. But I've got this Hierophant here. And I don't know if you just have a mentor in general who's like helping you along the way, or if it's just like, it might be that you've just matured into this energy, that you just have like way more structure than you used to have. You're obviously a lot wiser than you used to be. And in making these decisions, you are going to be making the wisest, most pragmatic decisions for yourself, not necessarily the most exciting, though I know like we want like all the exciting stuff in the read, but this just seems like a life enriching read, not necessarily like, oh my gosh, like you're about to have major success and blah, blah, blah. And it's not that you're not, it's just that if you're going to have some type of like larger success in your life. Oh yeah, the Ace of Swords from the Three of Swords. That's a repeat of our Four of Swords message. So I'm not going to say that again because we already had it at the beginning of the read, right? You've learned whatever you needed to learn from this painful thing. And it might even be that you end up possibly speaking about this. Like if people know that you were really going through it at some point in your life and you've come out in this King of Pentacles and Hierophant energy, you might be speaking about it, or even if you're not doing that publicly, right? People who you know may come up to you and ask like, how did you get out of this situation? Like, how did you get through this? Because now I'm going through it, or if this happened to me, I don't know that I could do the same thing. And so you're sharing that wisdom with other people. All right, we'll go around one more time and then I'll see if we need to pull anything else for next steps or best advice. I'm not really getting that. This feels like a very, I'm gonna say a plain, oh look, I just said, I don't know if you're gonna have success. And now we have the Six of Wands here. And at the moment, I'm just seeing that as you being victorious over this situation. Like to me, this is an you have overcome adversity read. And if you're not in this energy yet, you will overcome the adversity that you are going through. I just heard they're done. So yeah, okay. And you've gotten a lot stronger. Sad, strong, harder, faster, better, stronger. Kanye. That don't kill me can only make me stronger. Yeah, we have a Six of Coins. On the King of Coins, I just get that you're like you, and we've got the Justice at the bottom of the deck. Like both of these are scales cards. They're balanced cards. I just get that you really, like you have more than enough in the material world. You likely have enough to share, and you will likely do that. Oop, this Fool. Ah, we have a Tower. A Tower with the Fool. I might need to just pull again. Oh, they're saying yes, pull again, okay. Ooh. I think, I'm gonna pull, like, I'm gonna pull again, but I think something that you don't necessarily see, right? Because the Tower is a bit of a shock. And we have this High Priestess under here with the Hierophant. You might be really focused on yourself. Because like we got the Star, the Four of Swords, and the Hierophant. It's possible that along the way that you've developed a very serious spiritual practice, no matter what that looks like, esoteric or traditional. So, and even within, like, you could be a high magician, you could be a Christian, whatever. If you're a Christian, you need to get off this channel, not because I don't want you here, but because if you are a Christian, you're not supposed to be listening to this. Something you might not see coming, since you have been like so like this, not seeing coming, you've been focused so much on yourself, your healing, your spiritual practice, if you have that, is like someone has been admiring you. Like, you are this empress and you've got someone, like the page of coins is looking at this peacock. I think it's going to be a surprise to you that someone has been admiring you. And it might not be, because sometimes I'm like secret admirer. I don't know, like I'm going to pull specifically on that when we go around again, but we're not going to go around the entire thing. There's only going to be a couple that I pull on now. It might be because usually like the peacock and the empress, like this is someone who really like is into you. But this might just be someone who saw you, like, right? Because I said, like, you're going to be telling somebody how you got through this. Like, somebody might have known you were going through something really rough, or they might have even seen you kind of go through the process. It wouldn't be someone that you know very intimately, because it is a page approaching someone who they just like see from afar and admire, because you're showing up as the peacock on their card and then the empress on your own. So to like, there's distance there. It's not that this person is more immature than you. It's just reading to me now like there's some sort of distance between you two, not physical distance. They might be younger than you though. It might be that what is surprising to you is that someone's coming to you for advice, or someone is going to reveal themselves. Like, you're going to be surprised by like the compliments that you get from someone. Because it's either someone you don't really know well, or just someone who you wouldn't expect to say anything. Like, yeah, like this Ace of Cups on the Hierophant, to me, this is coming across as Carpenter's Cup at the moment, and not that you're Christian or whatever. It's more like the cup of wisdom, the cup of eternal life, you know, the grail, right? Choosing wisely instead of choosing poorly. If we're going with Indiana Jones, we know which cup to select. We are not fooled by, you know, the bejeweled cup. It is the humble cup. It is the humble thing. Yeah, and you just brought like this pain, like the pain that you learned from. This is now balanced. This is now done. So like, yes, that world card that we saw was a bit of the cycle is, it has been completed, you know, that type of thing. So I think we can put that aside. And this, I would like to see a little bit more about what the Six of Wands might be, if this is some sort of like recognition, or if that's, oh wait, no, is it just triumph? You're saying no, it's not just triumph, but let me, so we'll look at that Six of Wands, we'll look at the Six of Pentacles, and then I'll look at this Page of Pentacles. So can we get any more on this Six of Wands, please? I even got this before I pulled these cards, and the thing is, I was thinking of the Four of Cups, but not the traditional reading on the Four of Cups. I got the Four of Cups as, you don't know who's been watching you. Like, you've been too wrapped up in what you're doing to know that someone else has been watching you, but they are. So this Six of Wands is not only triumph over the situation, this is also at least one other party witnessing this in some way. And they are showing up as the King of Cups and the Page of Swords. And I'm getting that Page of Swords as like, I'm observing, but I'm not saying anything. Like the sword is pointed down. So I'm not sure who this King of Cups is. Let me look at them for a second. I'm just getting this is someone really unexpected, because it's like this person, you would probably think about them as like not even on the same vibe as you. And I don't mean that in a bad way, but it's almost like to just get really cliche with it, this is almost like if you're like a goth artist, then this person is a preppy jock. And you don't have to be in high school or like in that kind of age range, but you'll know, like, a lot of people never leave high school, and once you get into the workplace, there can still be those sorts of divisions. So you might, if you are like an esoteric spiritual person or someone who's just into weirder things in general, or, you know, whatever, you would think of this person as like a normie. Like, they might be a nice person, but it's someone who's like not on your vibe. Or you might think that, because I mean, we have Saturn above this King of Cups. And also the fish with these cups. So this, like, there's something connected here with that Ace of Cups, with the Carpenter's Cup and what I'm saying, but I'm too like bleh, to put it all together. Maybe I will, I don't know. But there's just something about this person that I don't think, it's not that I don't think you would think that they wouldn't respect you. It's just that it's likely you wouldn't just think that this person cared at all or even had these sorts of things on their mind. It's kind of the same energy. What I pulled and what I said, like I looked at it and I was like, is it? And they were like, no. And then I pulled again, and then this other thing popped up. The original two cards that popped out were the 5 of Coins and the 9 of Swords underneath this 6 of Pentacles. And I'm getting that as like this other, like the other people that the person with the material is handing things out to. I was getting it because I was like, is this their energy? And it was just like, no, it's like these other people. And then I put those cards back because I was getting a no for that. And then the card that came out was the 7 of Wands, which is a little bit similar. It's like someone needing something from you, like these hands that are grasping for something. And I'm going to pull one more card on that 7 of Wands, but at the moment what I want to say is, like, be careful about overgiving if you have more to give at the moment. Like, it's okay for you to say no, because the 7 of Wands, like, in most decks, that person has the high ground and the people who are kind of attacking are below. And this one, they're kind of on the same level, but they have an escape route, which makes me think way more of overwhelming demands, struggling to leave a situation. Yeah, and then the 7 of Cups. So it's like, they're like mouths to feed, and I don't get that as children. It's just like, especially if some of this is happening more publicly for you, like more demands just might be made. Like, oh, this person like has it to give, so let me come and ask and ask and ask. And it's sort of like, you know, you cannot possibly fill everybody else's cup. Just because you have some nice things, it's sort of like it's just a reminder to give appropriately of your energy, time, and material things. Like, don't know if you heard that. That was thunder. So I'm taking it as a confirmation. It's like a little warning message. Ah, the Queen of Pentacles with that peacock. So I'm getting like the page, because it's like the page is giving the Queen the pentacle. And also that peacock on the page's card, it's like at a distance. Now it is closer. It's almost like whoever that page is, they're going to close this distance to give you this thing, or to say whatever it is that they're going to say. And I'm not sure, because like the expression on this Queen of Pentacles is kind of like, okay. And that's what I get, like, it's almost like, because it's probably this King of Cups, it's almost like you're looking at this person and being like, what? Like, it's like confusing to you. It's just a kind of like a not my type sort of thing, but like not in a bad way. 9 of Swords. That one, I don't know. That seems out of left field to me. I don't know if them doing this is like stressing you out. Got a no on that. Oh, I got they're stressed out. Yes, okay. Whoever this person is, because it is them. Oh, okay, like look at this. Like I told you, it's like this page, right? This page approaching someone who they admire. Even though this is like usually the stress card, what I want to tell you is because I'm like, this person is showing up as small or at a, like some sort of distance, but it's like an intimacy distance from you, not a, or a social space distance, not a physical distance. But this person is wanting to approach to do this, but it's sort of like, if you see this owl right here outside the window, it's like, this is y'all. I don't get y'all as being like up at night and stressed out. I'm getting that like this person, this page, it's like they're blocked from doing this for some reason. And it's like their own mental stuff that is blocking them. Because like I said, whoever this person is, they think highly of you. And it's also a Cups card, so it is likely this King of Cups doing this. So that's all I want to know now. What's up with this King of Cups? Because I'm just like, okay, they're saying we don't need to put any of that back, so we're just looking at this King of Cups. Because that's not y'all, it's somebody else. Oh, okay. They're either a very hard worker or they're just dealing with a lot right now that they're likely gonna leave. Yeah, okay, they're working really hard right now. There's some stuff that has to go on, like in materiality, that they're not necessarily in control of. Like it's some sort of harvest, because this is the 4 of Coins as well at the bottom. They have to wait for something to come into maturity before they can pick it, right? Before they can take those coins or whatever that is coming into maturity on the tree or the vine, they've got to wait. And they've been working, or they're working hard, before they can then say whatever it is that they want to say to you. Whatever compliment they want to give to you. That's the 6 of Cups for the King of Cups. And that's not, I know, it's like, oh, past, it's not any past person or whatever. You don't know, like you know this person, but not well. This is more them saying something to you. And it'll be like heartfelt if it's not romantic, and I'm looking at it. I have the 7 of Swords that I am taking. It's like, is something they're keeping to themselves. Because I was about to say, is this something that they have to do in secret? It's like, no, it's just like, this is like all secret activity that's going on here. Like they know what they want to do, but for whatever reason, like this other stuff that I'm like not pulling any details on that. It's like they're keeping what they want to do to themselves right now. Like while all this other stuff is going on. Yeah, I think they think that like, I don't know what's stressing this person out, but it's like they're working and worried. Yeah, oh, High Priestess, secret. Keeping it to themselves. So I might not, like, if it's meant to be secret from you, this Knight of Cups, this like whatever heartfelt thing that they're gonna say to you, and whatever like solid thing that they're bringing to you, some sort of material action. It's sort of like, I'll pull one more, but it might just be that I'm not gonna get anything on that. But just know, like, it's in the energy if you've been resonating with the read. Yeah, like the magician, like, okay, I got a no on that. I was gonna say, is this person, because sometimes if somebody's a practitioner, they can block stuff coming out in the reading. But it's more just like the magician is like vaguely threatening to me right now, and I just feel like it's like universal forces. It's like, we're handling this, like, we're not showing you what's going on here, because just the observation of the thing will mess with the thing. So it's sort of like we got 2 secret cards plus the magician, and the magician is also like inscrutable, can be like a wizard, right? Like wizards, you know, you're not going to know their secrets. So I don't know. It seems like y'all are doing really well. And at some point, someone's going to say something to you about it.